Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
A natural or legal person registered in the country of his residence, influenced by the law and taxation. Another condition for granting the status of resident is staying in the territory of the country for 183 days in the last 12 months. The status is valid for 1 year from the date of issuance of the certificate of status. You can obtain the status by submitting an application. The Interregional Inspectorate of the Federal Tax Service for Centralized Data Processing is authorized to issue the certificate. It is located in Moscow, or legal, consulting and other organizations licensed for this type of activity. In order to obtain the status, it is necessary to submit a certain package of documents. The list can be found on the websites of the above-mentioned organizations or clarified by phone or in person. This concept is most common in Moscow and St. Petersburg. People who have propiska in the area. Parking for residents in Moscow and other cities is allocated by a road sign, a regular parking sign with a signature. The above categories of citizens can legally obtain a resident parking permit. However, no more than 2 such documents can be issued per dwelling. A resident permit gives them the right to park their car in paid spaces without additional payment every day from 20 to 8 o'clock of the next day. In order for paid parking to be free for a resident around the clock, it is necessary to purchase an annual parking pass. It costs 3,000 rubles per year and gives the right to park free of charge in the area of residence at any time of the day. The season ticket can be paid and received at any bank branch or through the website, portal of state services, upon presentation of documents confirming the status. Restrictions: if a car owner has unpaid traffic police fines, he or she will not be issued a resident permit or season ticket. This also applies to those who rent an apartment under an agreement, the duration of which is less than 1 year. If 3 or more fines are received during the year of valid authorization and are not paid in time, 60 days from the date of appointment of the type of punishment, then the document is frozen until the elimination of arrears. In this case, the days that were lost due to the described situation will be reimbursed in the form of an extension of the validity of the permit. The resident is notified in advance by the authorized bodies that his/her permit may be temporarily revoked. Having received it, the person must resolve the problem within 10 days. It is necessary to send documents that confirm that the debts are liquidated. The resident permit and subscription is cancelled in the case of termination of the conditions for its availability. For example, the sale of an apartment for which a parking space is assigned, or the termination of the housing lease agreement. How to get a document: residents who want to obtain a parking space permit in Moscow or other cities need to prepare a package of documentation, which includes passport of the applicant, point of the car or technical passport, certificate of registration of the vehicle in the MREO GIBD, consent of owners, tenants of housing, who live together with the resident, mandatory even if they do not use the vehicle. Confirmation that a person is the owner of housing. It can be obtained from the Federal Migration Service as an extract from the house book. If the application is submitted by the resident's representative, a power of attorney and his/her passport are required. Each document must be submitted in 2 copies, original plus copy. The resident may submit the documents himself or through his representative who has a power of attorney. The issue of issuing a permit for free parking for a resident is considered by the authorized bodies within 6 days from the date of receipt of the application. After the expiration of these days, the permit is issued or not issued. What an application for a permit looks like: an application for a permit can be submitted through local multifunctional centers, MFC, or through the State Services Portal website. The application form contains the following data: the date of the application, the essence of the question, the applicant requests to enter his/her data into the Register of Resident Parking Permits or to change them. Information about the applicant: full name, place of residence, passport details, date of birth. Document confirming the resident status. In conclusion, understanding resident parking rules is essential for making the most of your parking privileges. We've covered the key details, including the specific signage, who qualifies for these permits, the benefits they offer, and the enrollment costs involved. By familiarizing yourself with these regulations, you can ensure a smoother parking experience in your community. Thank you for watching, and be sure to stay informed about your local parking policies to avoid any surprises.